What is up, guys? Today we're back working on the 84 GTI. I've done a lot of work on it recently. As you can see here, the suspension wise, I got that adjusted a lot better. Before, it was so slammed in the front that I couldn't even drive at the back. I hardly touched, but yeah, I moved the front up a little bit higher there. I really like the way that looks there. It's not totally slammed, but it just looks good. And especially with the OEM wheels, I think it looks nice. Gives it more of an OEM plus look to have it not totally slammed. Eventually I'd love to do some other wheels and stuff, and maybe we'll stance it a little bit more and get it lower. But with these wheels, it just looks really good at the height we're at. In the front here, I was also messing with the toe. Both wheels were like pointing out, so they were totally fighting each other. So I adjusted that. All you have to do there is the tie rod on the right side. I just turned it out a little bit so it pushed the wheel in. I'm not sure. So it's really weird. Usually I'm used to, you got tie rods that you can adjust on both sides, but for whatever reason the left side you can't adjust. So I never worked on something like that, so I don't know if I need to adjust something on the steering column or what. Because now when I'm driving down the road, I'm driving like that. It's totally screwed up. So somehow I gotta figure out how to adjust that now so my steering wheel's straight. But at least now when I drove it here, it drove really nice with the toe set up and how I have it. So I'm really happy with that. Today we're just focusing on making this car legal. So here in Pennsylvania we have emissions and safety inspections. So basically there's a list of requirements the car has to meet. So we're gonna go around. My lights, I was working on those. The tail lights were just super dim. I could not figure out what was going on and realized there's actually several different grounds that you hook up right at the tail lights there, which were unhooked. Hooked those up and now they're working great. So that's really cool. I did not get my new taillights in. I figured that's something else I can do later, but I at least want to make sure those taillights are actually working, because you'd hit the brakes and you literally couldn't even see that they were on. I think this one here I need to replace that control for now, but also replace these. So those are working good now, so that's really sweet. In the front right here, I got these clear turn signals, side markers, whatever you want to call them right there. I really like the way that looks on a white car. It's just kind of something different, unique. For whatever reason, the previous owner has white bulbs in there. So we're gonna stick amber bulbs in there because it looks really retarded and it's not legal having flashing white bulbs for your turn signals. So we'll do that. In here, a few things I need to figure out. My cooling fan's not coming on, and I just realized on the way here that my temperature gauge is not working. So I'm not gonna drive it too much because do not want to overheat it. So that's another thing I want to diagnose. So we're gonna get up on the lift, check it out underneath, and just go over the whole thing. There's just lots of little things that need tidied up. So it's more than I can do today. But we're gonna get started working on that stuff and we'll see what we get done. At least I want to start figuring out what the problems are and what's causing them, so at least I can start fixing it some more in the future. So we'll get started here. Alrighty, so we got the car up here on the lift. We're just gonna go check out the whole car really good. But I did the struts and everything, and I changed the oil and stuff already, so I have an idea of what stuff looks like, but we're gonna go over it extra good. We're gonna go in here. You can see I painted all the control arms up, the tie rod there, everything. Got that all sweet, because that was all nasty, so I cleaned that all up. We're gonna check my ball joints here, the tie rod ends, just make sure everything's tight. Just look over it real good. You can see there's years of dirt under here. So sometimes I want to go over everything and just clean up really sweet. You can see there's some fresh oil leaks too. So that'll be something in the future. We'll probably do oil pan gasket. And I just want to go over all this. So just make it really clean and really nice. So yeah, you can see that, got the Ultimos under there looking good. So I checked these brakes already because I had that all apart. In the back here, I'm gonna pull the drums off and adjust those up. So we'll see what that's like. But yeah, overall, every time I'm under this car, it just blows my mind how clean it is. Got some random junk like this. Heat shield's totally just right on the exhaust, so it rattles like crazy. You can just see how dirty this is. This car has been off the road for over 10 years. But just overall, I can't wait to get it cleaned up. And once this is clean, you can just see there's like no rust under here. Everything is just so solid. It blows my mind. Like, this is my oldest car I have, and it's one of the cleanest cars I have underneath. So that's just super exciting to me, to be able to have found such a clean example. So yeah, we'll get started here and check everything out. Check my tires too. Just, yeah, going over it real good. We'll see what we find. So we'll get started here. Alrighty guys, so as you can see here, we officially have the inspection stickers on. The car is now legal to drive, so that is very handy. I was running out of time here and trying to get a lot done, so I wasn't videoing a lot, but as you saw there, there's two shields that were over the exhaust there. You saw the one, I bolted that one fast or put screws in there. There was just holes there, and they're just hanging on the exhaust. So that'd be really nice because it was just rattling and so obnoxious. The other one there was like bent down really weird. I was trying to push it up and it just, I need to put a new shield in there. Everything's mangled right there. So I just cut part off and then bent the rest of it straight there. So that worked out fine. Yeah, check, we got brakes in the back there. Looking it out underneath, just, yeah, found a lot of stuff. Kind of helpful to know. I lubed up the shifter there underneath. There's a bunch of junk up in there, so I cleaned that out. And I am going to do a rebuild kit on that shifter because it is really bad. Up front here, I saw this left front axle here. There's grease everywhere. The one boot is torn and it's just slinging. So down the road, we know I'm going to have to replace it because I don't know which is first. Either it's going to drive me crazy because obviously slinging grease everywhere, making a mess is not cool, and eventually it's going to run out of grease and then I'm going to need to replace the axle. So that's one thing. Like you saw there, the oil pan was really damp, and I actually checked all the bolts. Some of them were pretty loose, so I was able to snug those up. We'll see if that takes care of the leak. If not, I'll probably end up doing it anyhow, but at least I found that, so hopefully that'll at least slow that leak there. From front here, took off this license plate bracket, just a bunch of random things like that, but really showed me a lot of what this car needs, and it's really taking this project to the next level, actually having it on the road. Biggest thing coming up next is going to be, I mentioned about the cooling system not working properly. Inside, the temperature gauge is not working, which means I'm not going to drive this car at all because, yeah, it's summertime. I do not want to have overheating, so I'm trying to keep it more, when I do drive it, just really short country driving, you know, not sitting still in towns or anything. So, yeah, I was looking there. I even tried the fans. The fans aren't kicking on, so everything there. I think we got some electrical problems going on, so need to figure out that. That's going to be really major because I'm not going to drive it till then. Coming up real soon also, in the inside, a really big thing, we're going to be on the headliner and like the pillar covers there on the front. So that's kind of the next big thing to really clean up that interior. A bunch of little things need tidied up, but that's kind of a big thing. I'm also looking for a rear trunk carpet, some things like that. So if you guys have parts for these cars, I'm looking to do, it has the vent windows here and they're just floppy and loose. You can see all the seals are like totally shot anyhow on that. So I'm just gonna put like non-vent windows in. Like, that's my plan, I don't know. They always have problems. They're just loose and floppy and they leak water, and I don't feel like it's worth messing with. But maybe, yeah, we'll see. Looking for that. As you guys saw, these bumpers are junk. I have new bumpers there, new tail lights, just lots of new stuff coming. So keep in store. Thanks so much for watching. It's super exciting now that the car is actually legal on the road. I did the alignment. It's good. You can see I straightened the steering wheel. So I don't know if that's quite the right way to do it or not. It's really weird to me that the left side you can't adjust. But I was looking, there's not other adjustments. So I guess just do it like that. I did not want to do that unless I had to, because figured if I would do it the wrong way or anything, I didn't want to mess with the clock spring, but I turned it the correct way, so it should be sweet. So I guess that's how you just do these. I don't know if you guys have input on that. Maybe let me know. Make sure I know what I'm doing here properly. But yeah, we're getting really close to getting this thing to a place where we can actually daily drive it, because I'd love to just drive it to work and stuff when it's nice. So this is a car here. It's not perfect, so I'm gonna use it, have fun with it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Catch you guys real soon for some more Mark 1 fun.